This protest demands an immediate end to the ban that has been imposed on BSO Azad. So far, in the recent years, since 2009, Baloch Troops Organization Azad has lost many of its members. According to a report by the Central Committee of BSO Azad, almost 110 members of this organization have been executed after being tortured in the ISI Gestapo chambers. Hundreds are still missing. The vice chairman of BSO Azad, Zakir Majid, was enforced disappeared by the intelligence agencies, by Pakistan Army in 2009, and since then we don't know anything about him. The family members, his comrades and friends fear that he has been executed. Secretary General of BSO Azad, Raza Jahangir, was target killed inside his house in Balochistan by the paramilitary troops of Pakistan Army. Hundreds others are working for the rights of Baloch people, but because of the ban, they cannot surface. And they are being hunted down by the Pakistani Gestapo, by the paramilitary troops. There are outstanding warrants of the acting chairman of BSO Azad, Karima Baloch, for her outspoken speeches on the rights and freedoms for Baloch people. Balochistan is almost the mass size of half of Pakistan. It's a rich area where you have gold, where you have oil and gas. Balochistan has a 700-mile coast with the Arabian Sea at a very strategic location, and the deep sea port of Gwadar that is located in Makran at a very strategic spot from where the international oil is marketed. This deep sea port of Gwadar is completely now under control of the Pakistani Army, where, with the help of China, the strategic partner of Pakistan Army, they are combined in controlling the port of Gwadar and building naval bases and air bases to be used for military purposes. The local inhabitants, not more than 70,000, have lost their lands and homes, have been completely displaced from there. And with the new mega projects, the building of the port of Gwadar, there will be an influx of about 2.5 million people from outside the province, which will convert Baloch people on their own lands as an ethnic minority. These and many such other projects, all controlled by the Pakistani Army and the Pakistani generals, is only meant to be the brutal plundering of the natural resources and wealth of Balochistan, and the people of Balochistan are completely deprived of having any say to that. We are protesting here for the safe recovery of Zahid Baloch, who stood up for all that all those rights, exposing the Pakistani state, its army, its institutions for what we see as a completely converting Baloch nation into a slave society and depriving them the historic heritage and land, air and sea. This land is also a witness to the 5 nuclear tests that Pakistan conducted in 1998. That whole area where Pakistan conducted the nuclear tests is a no-go area for international reporters, human rights workers, or researchers who would like to find out what's happening with the radiation problems. There have been many medical issues that have been completely blacked out from media. The gold mining area of Reko Diq, of which there is a Canadian connection to it, I would like to mention that too. In 2003, when Pakistan was under the military dictatorship of General Pervez Musharraf, who kicked out a civilian government and took over, Barrick Gold, Toronto-based, world's one of the largest mining company, had a deal with Pakistani dictator General Pervez Musharraf that was done in Islamabad without the consent of the Baloch people or even the provincial government of Balochistan. Shame on that. Shame on Barrick Gold for making deals with military dictators and plundering the wealth of poor nations. Finally, because of large-scale protests throughout the world and in Balochistan also, on so many different levels, that deal has been cancelled. But now, the Pakistani state from Islamabad is handing out that same contract to China.
Shame! Shame! Shame!
This is how Balochistan's natural resources, its land, is being exploited by the state and its military rulers. These are the issues for which Zahid Baloch struggled and stood for. And today, he's behind the walls of a torture chamber where we fear, if not already, he might be very soon executed and his body dumped in the fields. Because this is what's happening in Balochistan. More than 800 abductees, the illegal abductees, the enforced disappeared people of Balochistan. The number is around 18 to 19,000, picked up by agencies and the Pakistani Army and the Frontier Corps and the paramilitary organizations. 800 of these illegal abductees were tortured, executed extrajudicially, their bodies dumped in the wilderness, on the streets, in different parts of Balochistan. This could be the fate of Zahid Baloch if he is not saved. We appeal to the Canadian government, to the democracy and peace-loving people of Canada to join in raising our voice so that we may get more support for the safe recovery of Zahid Baloch. Thank you.